Hi guys, welcome to episode 5 of the LightBearerPod podcast. Obviously being episode 5, we've got quite a lot to talk to you about. Obviously we've got a lot of content in terms of the weekly update. A lot of stuff happened this week with the guns. I'll be your host, Quebito, and I've got my co-host here, Striders, who's here with me now.
Yo.
So just a bit of a rundown of the podcasts. This week's episode being 5. We'll probably talk about the weapons glitch that happened earlier on this week. A lot of things happened, a whole civil war really, but I think what we'll do first is just go through the weekly update, run through the weekly stuff, and just different missions to look out for really. The main thing obviously being the Crotter's End return. So if you didn't get a chance to do the contest mode isn't here yet, but there is a master mode now. So master difficulty in Crotter's End is being released. That was released on the 21st of September. As for the Nightfall, Devil's Lair is out now. So Devil's Lair is there and it's available. You can also do it on GM difficulty. And as for the GM, you'll get the Adept weapon, which is the Swarm. In terms of the weekly playlists for Crucible, you got Rift and Mayhem, which is returning. And for the raid, for the Pinnacle raid, I should say, it is Valve Disciple. So in terms of leveling up, Valve Disciple is definitely a raid that you want to do. I believe there is a cheese going on in terms of going for the first and second encounter. Don't quote me on that, but definitely is a good raid to run if you're looking to level up. In terms of the dungeon, you got Prophecy. In my opinion, the easiest dungeon there is. You could literally go in and out in that dungeon in about 40 minutes. And then you've got the exotic mission, which is Vex Obscura. And then for the exotic gun, you will get the Dead Messenger, I believe. But as for the weekly stuff, that pretty much sums it up. The main thing I would say to go for is for the raid, as there's the master difficulty, and then you can get the essence to build that exotic, which is Necrochasm. But yeah, that pretty much sums up the weekly. Next, we'll probably go for the seasonal quest. The seasonal quest this week obviously was a bit crazy. It was definitely better than last week. Last week was literally just doing a mission. Well, not even a mission, just doing a bounty essentially, and that was it. We got to see a lot more hands-on stuff with Eris Morn. So Eris Morn is now kind of getting stronger, building a deeper connection with Savathûn. Imara's being the same. Imara's just being annoying and trying to annoy us. But yeah, it's pretty decent. You get the Pinnacle drop as well. So if you haven't done this week's quest, I would definitely recommend it because you get a good drop. Whether it's an armor piece or a gun, that's something I would definitely recommend. But Striders, talk to me. What do you think so far? Anything you've done this week?
So just before we started, I've been trying to do some catch up because I haven't done anything since the second week. And yeah, from what I'm hearing from you, it looks like the story's going good. It looks like Eris Morn's getting stronger and stronger, which is good. It's what we need for the final shape, isn't it? So yeah, it's one of those. So before I just came on, Altar of Summoning and what's the other one called? Altar of Summoning, Savathûn Spire. Yeah, they're really good, man. I just love that so much. Honestly, I just wanted to ignore the story and just keep on doing that, but obviously I couldn't. But yeah, it is very fun at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. I think what's good about the quest, and as you mentioned, the seasonal activities being Savathûn Spire and Altars of Summoning, they get updated slightly weekly as well. So there's these new chests that come out. Last week we had a new chest that was at the beginning of the encounter. This week I think there is one, but I have to double check because I haven't done it quite yet. In terms of this week's quest, you had to do 5 Altars of Summoning, which is man. I don't really play Altars of Summoning that much. I always play for the Savathûn Spire one because Savathûn Spire is like a start to end point, whereas Altars of Summoning is just continuously going and going and going. But yeah, I think it's definitely good. I think the Pinnacle bounty is a bit of a stretch though. It wants you to do it, the Legend one 3 times, and the Legend one is very difficult. I mean, I tried soloing it and I couldn't even do it.
You could have probably soloed it this week if you really wanted, but that wasn't your focus.
We'll get into that soon, but
yeah.
In terms of the seasonal quest, I think it's good to do that. You got the loads of drops as well. But one thing that slightly annoys me is with Altars of Summoning, when you start it, people don't realize how to, get the buff in the beginning. All the emblems have to be same, and there's always that one person that picks the wrong emblem. It's like, come on, man.
Luckily, I haven't experienced that right now. Otherwise, I'd be going crazy.
Yeah. Cool. That pretty much wraps it up for the seasonal activities. In terms of Eris Morn, I'm looking to see a bit more. I want to kind of get like another cutscene really to kind of explain it more. I know that we're trying to chase Zevio Wrath and build a link to Savathûn. They're probably saving it for Final Shape because I think that's the next hurdle. Getting Savathûn back, and then once Savathûn's back, that's probably the release of the Final Shape. But let's talk about the main topic. The main topic obviously being the weapons crafting glitch that happened. Tons of DPS, aggressive frame. What did you think of it, Striders?
So I remember being at work and then you telling me, oh no, we can't even do trials this week because of this weapon glitch. And I'm like, what weapon glitch? And to be honest, we'll still destroy them. This thing, right?
Yeah.
And then I remember I got home from work and we started playing. The first game was easy and we're like, yeah, we're getting flawless this week. Let's go Igneous Hammer Adept. Like, it would have been my first Adept Igneous Hammer. And then second game, we got humbled. We got, what was it? Like, two people with Amit ARs. One person was one guy was normal, no cheats. And then two guys with Amit ARs. And I was just like, oh my God. I was like, guys, let's clutch up. Let's try. You're like, no, there's no way. This is so stupid. Da 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 da. And to be honest, we just got so pissed off. And then I think we just didn't. What did we do after that on Friday? I don't think we did anything.
Yeah, so it was funny because bearing in mind, guys, I knew about the glitch straight away because it was all over Twitter, and obviously Striders was at work and our other guys were at work as well, so they didn't necessarily know how strong the glitch was. So we loaded into trials and I was like, guys, there's no point. Like, there's a glitch going on right now and literally you'll get melted with one shot. And these guys are like, nah, like, we're a good team, man. Like, we can do this. And I was like, guys, trust me, we don't want to go into it. First game, no one's using it. And I was like, damn, maybe there's like a gentleman's agreement, like no one's using it. Second game, I really wish I could have recorded your guys' reaction. Like, you guys I think all of us got literally one or two shotted by Amit. And it was the funniest thing ever.
Yeah, because the map was Javelin, right? And then we had the spawn not inside, it was like outside kind of thing. So I ran left with conditional, no, it was a Cloud Strike. And I was like, let me head glitch the stairs and see if I can get a headshot. Because someone always runs to that right side, tries flanking, and then you just catch them off guard. And I did. I went to catch the guy off guard and he just, boom, beamed me. And I was just like, what? And then I remember Optimistic, exactly the same reaction at exactly the same time. What was that? And then you're like, oh no, they're doing it. And we're like, no way, what are they doing? I don't get it. And I start looking at his, what's it called? His Amit. And I'm like, there's nothing special about this Amit. What looks different? And then I obviously knew that it was the aggressive frame thing.
Yeah.
Well, that was afterwards. But yeah, it was frustrating because it was such a good map. I love that map and the Adept gun. But then I think Friday we just stopped playing it, and then Saturday, I was at work obviously, knackered, and then you were at home, and you, Mister, by the way, we said we're never touching these guns. Da 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 da. We're like, how sad can you be? Da 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 da. Next day. He's messaging me, look what I got. I got the sniper, I got the Amit, and I've got the grenade launcher. I'm like, oh my god. Why have you stooped so low? He's like, nah, you have to see it. And I'm like, I get that it's good, but we're not using it. And then he's like, no, only for PvE. And I was like, you know what? I don't mind it for PvE because we've got Vispa that was still leveling up and Optimistic Loki still leveling up. I was like, yeah, let's run through some Crota, let's run through this, let's do the GM, let's do this, let's do that. And then I get home and the first thing I see when I come online, Mr. Who Stole My Kills on PvP, and I start roasting.
No. Okay. Wait, let's
No,
rewind
no,
a
no.
little bit.
No. I'll tell them something quickly. So I'm roasting. And he's like, nah. It's my first game. I'm like, okay, cool. Because I was gonna go in on you. And then you're like, no. It's my first game, and I was like, you know what? Leave it. Let him try it. And then you're like, oh yeah. You need to use it. And then I ended up using it. But go on. I'll continue after. Go on.
Let's rewind back because when the glitch came out the first day, we were like, "This is absolutely scummy." Like, I can't lie. I'm obviously now I'm not too fussed about it. Now I don't care if people use it or not. But when it first came out, I was immediately like, "If you're using this glitch in PvP, you're an absolute loser. Like, you're literally a bum if you're using it." But then it all changed kind of because Bungie obviously acknowledged the glitch and they were like, "You know what, guys, have fun with it." As soon as they said have fun with it, it's kind of like fair game, you know. Obviously, the whole community was divided. We'll get back into that later, but I think as soon as they said have fun with it, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna craft it as well. But I'm not gonna use it on PvP because that's just long. I'm gonna make use of it in PvE and just see how quickly I can get through stuff. And that's when I saw the damage, I was like, yeah, no, I need to get everyone on this because we are literally clearing raids within like 20-30 minutes. And that's when I started telling you about it straight away.
Yeah. No, honestly, the first day, the anger, I was just like, oh my God, how can you be so sad? How can you do this? How, da, 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 da. And I'm like, they're just going to get banned. And I was looking at their accounts and I'll be like, you guys have spent money on your, like, not shaders, but like ornaments, this and that. What a waste of money. And then I see that tweet, it's like Bungie Help or something like that, tweeted it. They're like, yeah, feel free to use it basically. And then the rules for the banning being like, if it's something external brought into the game, then you get banned. If it's internal, then you're not. And then that's when obviously your head turned, and I was just like, well, they're not banning them. I guess I'm off this week because I did not want to touch them to start off with. And then the next day, you're like to me, Tarek, I just need you to try it. Just try it. And I'm like, you know what? Just to level up Vispa, just to continue leveling up Optimistic, I was like, you know what? Cool, I'll take one for the team. And then, and so I did it, and I swear to God, I got it the second go because you had to pick the shotgun aggressive, which for me was what was it called? Imperial Decree. I've got it in front of me. And then that was my aggressive frame, and then I switched it to the Amit. And I remember using it first go, being like, oh my God. And then I started to get Cryptic into it. And I'm like, Cryptic, you need to do it. And he's like, nah, I've got good guns. We're like, come on, bro. We need to level up everyone. We need you on it. He's like, nah. My guns are sick. And we're like, we know your guns are sick, but they're not going to be this sick. He's like, nah. Trust me. No. Someone said trust me before me. And I lost that trust a long time ago. That's another long story. But anyways, we go into, what was it, Crota, and we had a checkpoint Crota still for the witch. What's her name? I'll never attempt this name.
Iru or something like that.
Yeah, this is why I'll never try that. Basically, the witch before Crota. And I remember using it, and then it was me and you, but you were using the grenade launcher, which I never crafted. I was using Amit, and then we were just seeing that bar go down. And I was gassed because I was like, oh my God, I'm doing so much damage. Let's go. I was like, this is so sick. Fahad Optimistic's like, oh my God, everyone needs to use this. What the hell is going on? And I remember we died, but we had just the tiniest bar left. Yeah. And then we saw damage, and I only did like 1.5 of the Amit, and you did like 10 mil.
Yeah.
And then Cryptic there and then went, yeah, I'm going to try this.
Yeah, instantly when he saw the damage, he became a convert. He was like, I'm not using it. Oh, man. I'm not like scummy like you guys. And then when he saw the damage, it's like his eyes lit up. And then he was like, yeah, you know what?
Yeah, because the bar was going down. And even he was screaming when it was going down. Everyone was just screaming. And then apart from Vispa didn't understand what the hell was going on. And then, what's it called? So Cryptic there and then, literally as soon as he saw the DPS, he left. He's like, I'm going to do it. He left. And then Optimistic was like, nah, let's continue, let's just do it and then craft. And we're like, nah, calm down, mate. We need him to craft and then we'll start continuing, So Cryptic took his time doing it. For me, it was second go. For him, it was like, I couldn't tell you. It was like at least 30th try or something. But anyways,
Yeah.
he finally gets it done. I'm it. And he jumps on. And then, didn't he do a grenade launcher?
Yeah, so he was struggling to do it for like maybe 2-3 minutes, and then he finally got the Amit one, and I was like, okay, now you got Amit, you have to do the grenade launcher, because the grenade launcher was just insane amount of DPS, and we were just
Yeah.
pretty much forcing him to do it.
Yeah, it was by force. And then we ended up destroying that witch literally instantly almost.
Yeah,
And then Kurota was instantly as well. And I forgot what else. And then we wanted to run root. I said, let's run root so that we can get Vispa, Rufus Fury, and then try to get them conditional, and then Mikhail
Yeah.
Reverence and all of that. We ran through that, although none of us know how to run apart from Cryptic. And Cryptic, he didn't really want to do it.
yeah.
So
He
it was
thought
just
it would kind
LFG.
of take long.
Yeah. So LFG was just flopping until, I think it was third time lucky. Yeah, it was third time lucky.
Yeah,
And then we just blitzed through the rest of the raid. Just
The-
insane.
I was gonna say the LFG guy that we had. He didn't know about the glitch at all, and he was laughing like he was in tears when he saw the
He's
damage.
like, yo, this is insane. The traditional American just, yo, this is insane. What is going on? We're like,
He was-
glitch weapons, yo.
He was probably expecting like life as LFG, like, oh man, this is gonna take like 2-3 hours. Let me just sit up, get ready, and then he saw the boss getting absolutely destroyed within like 12 seconds, and just straight
Yeah.
on to the next encounter.
And then he ended up just joining us, and then we went to do Crota again. And obviously, that happened. And what happened was we literally got stuck on the first encounter. The froze. What are they called?
Yeah.
Is that what they're called? Froze.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah. And then, but what we were trying to do, because we had OP weapons, we said, okay, let's skip one. We'll keep skipping until we need to put it into the podium. And yeah, well, let's just say half an hour was spent in that, doing nothing. Nothing. But what I'm annoyed about with the whole thing is we didn't maximize off it. Like, I was
Yeah.
very busy at work because of the iPhone launch and stuff. I was just drained, and I didn't take advantage of it because I wanted to do stories on new characters for Vispa and Optimistic so that they can level up. I wanted
Yeah.
to do GMs. I wanted to do everything. The only thing I didn't want to do was solo dungeons, because if we did solo dungeons, then you get that emblem, and it's kind of scummy if we got it.
Yeah, so I think it's good that you mentioned that. We'll get into that momentarily, but I think what's good about the glitch is that it was a refresh. You know, you was able to kind of go through content that you normally wasn't able to go through. Also, for us, it's very convenient because we got 2 people that we want to level up. So in terms of leveling them up, it was just a breeze, especially for Vispa, because he wasn't dumb in a sense that he knows how, chunky the enemies are and how long they take to obviously get rid of. And then when he saw the bar just drop, he was like, what is this? Like, I need this. And I was like, oh, you can't do it, man. You got no guns crafted. But yeah, no, it was good. But obviously in terms of the community, they took it kind of, I don't want to say took it the wrong way, because they're well within their right, to complain about something. Because if I was a person that did all the content the legit way, let's say, and a glitch comes along, and someone's got like a solo dungeon emblem, and they've done it in a way where they've got a glitch, as you mentioned just like a few seconds ago, I would be annoyed as well, because I wouldn't be so annoyed where I ask for that guy to be banned or something. But I think I would say, it is a bit unfair, because the challenge that, for example, I went through to get that compared to that person, you see, it's like a night and day difference.
Yeah. To be honest, I didn't even know you can get a solo dungeon emblem until this week, because I'm so out of that PvE stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, what I didn't even want to attempt doing it anyways, because it was just, in my opinion, scummy. I'm with everyone on like the against the weapon thing. Like,
Yeah.
listen, I didn't want it used in PvP. PVE has kind of like ruined it for the next week, because we'll struggle now and then be like, oh man, I just wish we had those guns, da 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 da.
Yeah.
But apart from that, um, I'm kind of happy that the glitch came in, because last week I was complaining about Warden's Law Adept coming out straight away for the
Yeah.
Nightfall GM, and I think barely anyone. I don't think many people did it. The GM with those weapons, if you know what I mean. I think they just focused on like trials and stuff,
Yeah.
and maybe like raids, because that's what like everyone's probably thinking. Let's do the raids. Let's do this. Let's do that. With this, like, let's take advantage of it. And like time lost and all of that. But I'm kind of happy that I think not many people did Warden's Law, or got Warden's Law Adept. And what else I'm happy about is Igneous Hammer Adept, because it must have been hell on trials. Because I remember we tried it once, not with the guns. We tried it again, like normal guns,
Yeah.
and it was hell. And I would just wish everyone had hell in there, and not many people got the Igneous Hammer, if you know what I mean. Because like
Yeah,
again, I say the Adept Warden's Law and Adept Igneous Hammer shouldn't have come this early on into the season, in my opinion. It should have been next week or the week after.
Yeah, I think it's just really bad timing, because when we saw trials, it was like it was like like the holy trinity, because you had like the best gun, which is obviously Igneous Hammer, the Adept with the new perk pools. You probably had the best map as well. Javelin is like one of my favorite maps, and your favorite map as well. And yeah, it was just a good moment in the season. You know, you had everything there. You know, we just done Crota, Iron Banner was there, and now it's a good trials map. And then the glitch definitely did ruin it, 100%. Because I remember when we did it, because one, we didn't want to do it. We had like a gentleman's agreement that, you know, we didn't want to use a glitch because we're not that desperate to go flawless. You know, we've been flawless quite a few times already. And I think what put me off as well is when I saw people on Twitter, they weren't flawless, and then they weren't flawless using obviously the glitch guns. So it's like, it's so bait, like you can tell, because the way trials works is not every single person's gonna go flawless, and you know, it's because of a skill gap or you know whatnot, wherever it is, and then you see that same person going flawless, whether or not they use the glitch guns or not. But the people that did get the glitch guns and they're taking pictures on Twitter saying, "Oh, you know, look at me, I went flawless." You weren't flawless because of the glitch guns. You know, let's not twist it here. And that's fine, because obviously Bungie has said, you know, have fun and whatnot. But I don't know, I just didn't like the narrative from people, you know, on Twitter, for example. Like, some people were tweeting saying, nah, the gun shouldn't be used. You know, if you're using it on PvE or PvP or whatever, don't kind of make it seem like you beat the game kind of thing. You had to cheat your way through it. And you know what? It's a fair analysis, because at a point, it's true. You know, without these glitch guns, we wouldn't be able to do these kind of stuff. And then you had those people defending the glitch guns, just going absolute ham on these people, like insulting them. Not even insulting them about the game, bro. Like taking like personal digs at them just because they didn't use it. And they're like, oh, just because you didn't use it, don't kind of put yourself on a pedestal or whatnot. They're just giving their opinion, you know. They're not necessarily, they're just giving their opinion on the game, because in a situation like this, nothing's factual. You know, whether or not you used the gun, or whether you did use it or whether you didn't use it, you don't put each other, you know, oh, you're higher or he's lower kind of thing. Like, it's a game at the end of the day, you know?
Yeah. I'm definitely against the guns. But I'm not going to say that I didn't enjoy my time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm definitely against using it for PvP. I used it once, and I remember leaving, like, let's say 3 minutes into the game.
Yeah.
I just really wanted to try out the gun. And then, what's it called? PvE. It's like, listen, I work. Well, we all work. But if I'm on at like 10 p.m. and I've got work at 9 a.m. the next day and I have to wake up at 8, of course, instead of me just doing Crota normally, I'm just going to run through it, if you know what I mean. The Root of Nightmares, just run through it quickly. That's my thought process. And it's like, how quickly can we level up Vispa so that he's trials ready, and then Optimistic, who is kind of trials ready now already. So it's like, to be honest, what annoyed me on the first day of the community was those big streamers starting to use the weapons. I thought that was a bit too early.
Yeah.
It's like, after the tweet, cool. because now it's confirmed you're not going to get banned. Enjoy it.
Yeah.
But big streamers using it and then uploading that content, being like, oh my god, these glitch guns. It's like, you're making it worse, number one. And then number two, now everyone has to do it so that they can enjoy this week. Like, there's so many people, for example, our people, apart from like me, you, and Cryptic, the rest, they all can't craft the guns. And it was like, they were like collateral damage to everything, if you know what I mean. And yeah, it must have not been fun for them, but anyways, for us it was.
I think it's a good point because look, PvE, do whatever you want. That's what I think. Like, because at the end of the day, there's no sympathy. Because at the end of the day, it's just robots. You know, it's bots. At the end of the day, you're killing. You're not ruining someone's actual experience, kind of thing. Whereas with PvP, that's someone that you're against. That's like a real life person, and then they might not have the experience with the gun. So no, as you mentioned, Vispa. So a person that we've got into the game recently, he doesn't have access to crafting. He doesn't have access to crafting when he guns. And people don't realize that there's a whole bunch of these new light players that jump into Crucible. They don't even keep tabs on Destiny like that. Like, they won't be aware of the glitch. They won't even follow Destiny on Twitter and whatnot because they're new to the game. Why should they? This is just something that like they're playing by themselves, learning by themselves. And imagine someone just getting absolutely shredded by Amit, and they're like, "What the hell's going on?" It's bait that it's a glitch. They know that it's a glitch, and so many people probably that week have just logged off the game and went like, you know what, forget this, kind of thing. That's the only thing I feel a bit deep about, like a bit sad about, because people are using it in PvP. This is prior to obviously the tweet Bungie made saying have fun. Obviously, if they tweeted have fun, then it's like cool, do whatever. But yeah, personally, I didn't use it in PvP because I just thought I didn't want to ruin someone's experience, because it's not like everyone had access to edit the gun and craft it. So yeah, in terms of PvP, I didn't want to use it, but PvE, I definitely did want to use it because I wanted to kind of level up the people in our friends group that wasn't kind of end tier or end game.
Yeah, it was all about just doing things quicker on PvE. That's all it was. Because let's be honest, it's not like we're gonna die to these guys a lot. We're gonna end up completing the witch. It's just gonna take us 3 rounds of DPS or 2 rounds of DPS, instead of the 1 or the half of 1 DPS round. And PvP, I was destroying. It was literally like milliseconds of people, like you just killing people in milliseconds, and it was just, it was fun because you just go on like a 15 kill streak straight away, but it just ruins the experience for everyone else. And I just wish Bungie just turned it off for PvP and just left it on for PvE, if you know what I mean. But there's no way of doing that.
That's another side I want to go into. So we'll go back into obviously the community, the division, how there's like a civil war going on and Twitter and whatnot. But I think in terms of Bungie, look, the tweet them saying have fun guys, that's cool, but I think in terms of professionalism as a game developer, I know that their stance on the game is, if there's an exploit in the game, you use it, you won't get banned and whatnot. But I think they definitely should have kind of disabled trials in a sense. Because we still haven't heard back what they're going to do for Igneous Hammer. They did say they're going to try and get it back ASAP, but I think, if they're able to change the rotational cycle for the Nightfall Adept weapons, because people are complaining, they should be able to kind of make a tweet or an announcement to say, you know what, guys, Igneous Hammer will return next week, or you know what, we'll pull off trials right now because this isn't the kind of playing field that we want it to be. We want it to remain consistent throughout. So what they kind of did in a sense is the people that couldn't go flawless in terms of the skill gap, everyone kind of went up a ridge and everyone was at the same level, because the whole point of trials and its integrity is to kind of, the good players stay where they are and the bad players stay where they are. If you want to get, if you're a bad player and you want to get good, you have to kind of climb up the ladder, get better at the game, get better guns, whatnot. Whereas for this week, that was all out the window. It was literally just whoever has an Amit and just shoots first will win, and then that was it. So if I was kind of Bungie, I probably would have disabled trials. I would have let Crucible go on. Obviously PvE, do whatever you want because it's bots at the end of the day. But yeah, in terms of trials, I probably would have cancelled it because it ruins the integrity of the game and the competitive side of it. But to me, it's not that deep. I don't really mind what they do. But if I was the kind of Bungie, that's what I would do. If I cared about trials and its image and whatnot, I would do that. And yeah, would you do the same or would you do it differently?
No, I would have, if I was Bungie, I would have taken off, what do you call it, trials,
Yeah.
and all like GMs and all of those, like,
Or
you can
even
say the
PvE stuff.
harder, yeah, PvE. Take off all the high tier stuff, and just leave us with like normal raids. For example, just Crota, a root, da 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 da. None of the like adept weapon versions, because people were just rinsing it. You know.
Yeah.
I remember seeing something online, on one of the people in the community tweeted, and it was like the game had more players than launch of the new season, or like it almost
Yeah.
hit the same amount as like the start of the season. And it's
Mm-hmm,
like,
yeah.
yeah, of course, because something new is on Destiny, like, you know what I mean. But how many of those people do you think would have tried PvP more than PvE? And I think a lot of people would have probably done PvP. Sorry. Like for us, our
Yeah.
brain, because we're not scummy, our brain went to PvE. But how many
Yeah.
people do you think just came on just to destroy people on PvP? And that to
Oh
me is
wow.
just
Yeah.
like, you are scum. Like, no offense, but that's what I think. Take
That's actually
offense.
no. That's actually a really good view. I didn't think of it like that because you're right about the players. There was definitely. I think it was Lucky that tweeted it. He said that there's a surge of players right now, and I think there's an increase of 20k players in average, and it's basically the same amount as the launch of the season. But yeah, I didn't think about that. You're probably right because I think if you're a returning player and you've just seen this glitch, the first thing you would probably want to do is go into PvP because if you're a returning player and you haven't done the artifact and whatnot, you're not going to go through all that hassle, especially if the glitch was only out for 2 days. You probably just go straight into PvP and just try and have fun.
Yeah. And I think that makes it worse. But at the end of the day, Bungie got what they want, which is more players. I wasn't too upset because, listen, I didn't even touch PvP. I just wish Trials was off. Just so
Yeah.
that people don't get the Igneous Adept, although the Igneous Adept has been already around, if you know what I mean. I'm more salty about Warden's Law. Now, another thing was, if only they cancelled Trials, but then I understand why they haven't because of the 2-week break. But if they did cancel it, I wouldn't mind like them bringing us Igneous Hammer back next week, if you know what I mean. Like this week, for example.
Yeah.
Or if they're not bringing us Igneous Hammer this week, I expect it there next week. Although they'll most likely, because of the community and the way it is, they'll probably bring it back this week, Igneous Hammer. But I just wish it was next week. Like, I'm not desperate for Igneous Hammer Adept, if you know what I mean. Although I would
Yeah.
love one.
Yeah, I think obviously in terms of our stance, I think obviously for me, I do think I'm not gonna say scummy because I think that's a bit too much. But I think yeah, if you used it in PvP and you're posting your flawless thing on trials and you know you only got that flawless because of the guns, then I'm like, okay, you know what, it's a bit icky or whatnot. But yeah, I think PvE do whatever. PvP is a bit of a grey area, and I kind of want to talk about obviously the civil war that went on Twitter. There was just a lot of people. So like, there was one side of the community which is like, nah, I'm not gonna use it. Trials is ruined for me. PvP is ruined for me. I'm not gonna log into Destiny until
Yeah.
it's fixed, which is kind of a fair point because if you like playing Destiny for what it is, which is its true self of going through the grind, playing PvP as it is as a normal person, then that's fair enough because this glitch, the only time this has happened was the Prometheus lens glitch ages ago, the laser tag weekend, and that was like a one-off basically. That's what we all thought. So in terms of playing Destiny, if you like it playing the normal way, you're well within your right to have an opinion like that because Bungie doesn't do stuff like this. There's no event like this at all. Like, this is just an accident. And then you got people on the Twitter going to that same person going, nah, you're just a crybaby. Then stay off the game. We don't need players like you. We don't need soft people like you. And I'm just sitting there like, what the hell? This person just giving their opinion. You should respect it. Whether or not they play the game or not, that shouldn't affect you. If you like the glitch and you love it and you want to play PvP, PvE, go for it. But don't attack the people that are kind of sitting out of the game. Because it's like attacking someone for no reason, kind of thing. You know what I mean? And that's why I just didn't like seeing the whole Civil War thing. I think it was just a bit of a situation where if you want to play it, play it. If you don't want to play it, don't play it. Don't kind of attack someone because they're choosing a side or whatnot. And yeah, I mean, I know that you're against it, but you didn't kind of go on Twitter and be like, oh, yeah, you guys are scum and whatnot. You didn't care at the same time, It was just your personal preference.
Yeah, I was going to say, I didn't really go on Twitter much. I only did on the first day, not on Friday, because I was just so agitated. And I started looking on Twitter and I was getting more agitated because of like the people posting it. Look how OP I am, da da da. And it's like, you're not OP, mate. Mate. But apart from that, to be honest, yeah, I didn't really log into Twitter. I just think Twitter is a space where obviously X, not Twitter, Elon Musk wants you to have your opinion, and your opinion should always be your opinion, da 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 da. Give us your opinion, but then people shouldn't slander other people's opinions, if you know what I mean. Look at us right now. We're giving our opinions. If people slander us, it's just going to be annoying. But all in all, the X's or Twitter is always going to be like that. They're always just going to have arguments within the community over dumb stuff. For example, the Warden's Law thing that we spoke about in last podcast, that thing still annoys me because it came out too early. Literally the first GM, it just doesn't make sense. But that's because of the community and their arguments. So they're just going to keep doing it. I think the community needs to just calm down on a lot of things. And if Bungie's literally having to come out and tweet and say, listen, enjoy it whilst it lasts, is probably to shut up the community. Like, just go out there and enjoy it, mate. Like, stop complaining.
Oh man, that's funny. It's probably true. They probably looked at the engineers, and the engineers were like, "Oh no, we can't fix this, man. Like, this is gonna take some time." And then the Bungie CEO was like, "You know what, man? Guys, just have fun, man. Just leave us alone."
It's like, whoever found the glitch, well done to you, mate. Hats off to you. You got 48 hours to enjoy it.
Yeah. Oh man, I think that's probably our standpoint on the glitch. I'm glad that it's gone though, man. Like it was literally I keep saying it, but it was literally a civil war on X or Twitter, whatever you call it. It was just bad, bro. Like even we got attacked on nothing, obviously, because my initial thoughts was, it should be punishable. Not punishable as in banned, but like you should be removed from trials. If you're using it in trials should kind of detect that you're using it and put you out of it, because, as I said, the integrity of trials is to be competitive, have a level playing field. No one should kind of have that much of an advantage against someone that isn't using it. But yeah, I think that was just a crazy week, and I think it's something that we'll never experience. If you didn't get to experience it, I wouldn't say it's an L, but it is kind of a shame because, yeah, man, I don't think we'll ever get anything like that in Destiny ever again.
Yeah, I was going to say, the people that found that glitch best be on it and try to find another one, because I enjoyed PvE. I'm for it again. I just wish I had one more day to proper use it, and get the best out of it. Because we only did, 2 raids? 1 Crow, 1 Root. And then I don't even think we did Presage with it.
No, I think we did. We did, no?
Oh yeah, we did Presage. Yeah, it was with it.
Yeah, we tried Presage.
Skipping, yeah.
That was
Presage
good.
was too easy. But to be honest, Presage is naturally easy.
Yeah, it's just amazing. You just gotta run through it all, and that's it.
Yeah, we could naturally do that. It would have taken us an extra 2 minutes, 3 minutes on the boss. But apart from that, it was fun.
Yeah, I think to summarize the whole Glitch Guns perspective from our side as a podcast, we didn't really care if you used it or not. I mean, if you want to kind of open the can of worms, just to summarize, Striders was against it, but he wasn't going to go out against people and be like, why are you using it kind of thing. He'd just be like, his preference was, I will use it for PvP No, I use it for PvE. Sorry, not for PvP.
Yeah.
And I'm in the same boat as well. I used it for PvE, but I didn't use it for PvP because I just didn't like the fact that thought in the back of my mind. If there's a new light on Destiny and they're playing Crucible and they just get absolutely shredded and they have no idea what's going on, they will know it's a hack, or not even a hack. They'll assume that it's a hack, and they'll just get off the game. So yeah, I think that kind of sums up the glitch guns.
Yeah.
The next topic that I wanted to talk about is the servers, man. What's going on with the servers, bro?
I think half of it has got to do with them trying to fix the weapons.
Yeah.
And then half of it is probably just normal Bungie service stuff. Now,
Mm.
I give you my opinion on this when it was happening. And to be honest with you, it wasn't only happening on Destiny. We went on to FIFA afterwards, and it was happening on there. Similar stuff was happening on there. And then it was just PlayStation Network as well. I remember trying to join a party, your party, and it just wasn't letting me. And then we had to quit, join it again, da. So I think it was just that whole day where everything just took a dump. To be honest, like I said to you, I wasn't that mad about the servers that day. My opinion on it was just like, you know what? It's been a long time since it happened. It was due to come.
I was low key mad because, not gonna lie, it was 100% Destiny servers, because I was looking at Twitter when I was playing with Cryptic. We and him were kind of searching the web, and we saw pretty much everyone else complaining, and he even found other streamers at the time. They were crashing as well. Obviously, just coming off the bat of the glitch, definitely I understand, because it might be to do with that, trying to get rid of the guns or the crafting and whatnot. Because to be fair, they did patch the crafting, the glitch, within 48 hours, and then obviously the server meltdown was shortly after that. But what's interesting about yesterday is that Bungie came out and tweeted saying the reason why the servers were like that is because they had a DDoS attack from a group of people. Something to do about trials, or something to do with players that are trying to bring the server down, which is just quite weird,
Yeah, those people, if it was a DDoS, because I think I've seen it online as well. If it was really a DDoS, those people that just did it are no lives. It's literally a no life thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going out of your way to get that. So, like, imagine how heated you must be, right? To have that thought in your head, like, I'm going to DDoS Bungie because of this. And it's probably over the weapons thing. And then going out of your way to do it. Like the thought and then doing it. Mate, you're just sad. That's just no life. I was going to say, I thought the reason would be because they went to like a recent update, like before, like a pre-update server thing to get rid of the weapons. And then that had like the old servers, which was crashing almost every day. But I guess it was a DDoS, and yeah, that makes it worse. And I remember just being annoyed. Although I like stopped caring, I was annoyed because it was fixed. The glitch was fixed, and Trials was good. I think I saw online, I forgot who it was. I think it was maybe it wasn't Lucky. It was either Grenada Jake or Frostbolt or something like that.
Yeah.
Was showing footage of like Aikilos SMG still being glitched.
Oh yeah, it's still there right now, and there's a shotgun glitch that you can still do as well.
Oh wow. I'm not gonna lie, I might check that out and see so that we can do some Crota again.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking. I was just salty a little because of I wanted to play Trials, because now we've got like 24 hours left, not even. But yeah, I stopped caring because I was like, okay, today's a write-off. I'm just gonna go watch something. And to be honest, that day I was in the mood to grind as well, because I was like, the weapons are gone. Let me just grind. And this is the thing I'm salty about as well. Presage this week was dropping for me Aikilos, the barbecue. I call it barbecue. Let me actually.
Oh, the Drang Baroque.
Baroque, that's it. Yeah, I call it barbecue because that word is nah. I wanted to get 5 red borders for that. I only got 2, and I'm kind of sorry about that because I didn't get to grind that. But apart from that, servers being DDoS is just scummy and just annoying. But yeah, it is what it is.
I agree. I think if you're individual that plays Destiny and you don't agree with it, and obviously Twitter. Here's the thing, right? We've been talking about Twitter for this or X for this whole podcast episode, how
Mm.
people are having a civil war and stuff. That's one level. Going out of your way to DDoS Bungie and ruin it for millions of other people, that's just a next level of sad. Like, that's if they say what is true, because Bungie could just easily cover it up and just say, "Oh yeah, it was DDoS." But I have a feeling that they wouldn't lie. But yeah, if you're DDoSing Bungie, get a life, bro. Like, don't ruin it for other people. Like, infiltrate
Honestly,
Bungie
yeah.
yourself. Don't drag us into it. We want to play the game still.
Yeah. It's like we just wanted to enjoy, you know, because Destiny is in such a good spot with the
Oh
glitch
yeah,
weapons or
man.
without. It's in such a good spot, and like there's actually things to do, like to the point where I wanna be doing auto summoning and Seventh Inspire, and I haven't got the time to do it. Just means
Yeah.
everything's going good for me in Destiny. Don't ruin it for me, and they're ruining it. You're ruining it. Anyways, I was salty, but that one day is okay, and I think the servers are good now because I was on and I got nothing.
Yeah, I think
Um, I'm,
credit to Bungie. They fixed it quite. No, I'm not gonna say the quickest time, but they did fix it in the end, despite whatever's going on.
yeah,
Crazy week, but at the end, Bungie's still on top of all the issues, and they haven't let it die.
yeah. To be honest, I rate the team at Bungie because the amount of work those technicians probably or the engineers have to do. Oh my god, it sucks to be
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, honestly.
It sucks to be you, honestly, and I feel so bad. But yeah, all in all, that 1 week overall, in my opinion, was still fun.
Yeah, I think the best thing about this week is knowing that it's gone, the glitch is gone. I think the shotgun glitch that's still in the game, and the IQ loss one will get patched very, very soon. If not, when you guys are listening to this, it probably will be patched. But
Yeah,
I'm just happy that this week is over with, to be honest. It's just been such a roller coaster, especially on all platforms and social media. We saw people's true colors, but it is end of the day. We all still gonna play the game, which is Destiny. And yeah, I think that pretty much wraps up what this whole episode about. We just wanted to kind of talk about the general state of the game, what your opinion with the glitch is. Kind of get our opinions across with the glitch, because this is something that isn't gonna happen again. I think this is a huge learning curve for Bungie, because now whenever they code something, they're gonna ask themselves, is this something that can be exploited within the game? Do we want our player base to kind of go through that stage again where they're just doing insane amount of damage and not playing the game how we want to? So I think, yeah, in terms of the whole situation, I think I'm happy how it happened. I wasn't so happy with some of the decisions Bungie made, but yeah, to kind of put it into a summary, I think it's a huge learning curve for Bungie, but it could have been a lot more worse as well.
I mean, let's be honest, right? If they really, really, really wanted to fix that issue, they would have just stopped you from equipping crafted weapons.
Yeah, they
Like
could have done that.
crafted weapons, yeah, they should have just, if they really wanted the glitch to be fixed instantly, just take them off until they fix it. Then, that's where like my full process of I think Bungie actually wanted you to enjoy it comes in, because there was a quick fix. They didn't go for that. They actually wanted to go for a proper fix, and they gave you time to enjoy. So I think Bungie actually wanted you to enjoy, which is what we ended up doing. And there's a positive from a negative.
Yeah, I think you made a good point in terms of the crafting. If they really wanted to kind of not kind of ruin it for everyone, but if they had like a single standpoint, they would have got rid of the guns, the crafted weapons. But I think what they're trying to do is trying to please everybody, kind of make a solution that suits everybody. And I respect it from Bungie's perspective, but in terms
Yeah.
of their decision making process, there could have been things that are a lot more smoother. I think, yeah, going back to the trials thing, I think they should have just cancelled trials and just left it running the exact same way for next week, because they've done it for the GMs. So why not do it for trials? You don't want to kind of ruin the integrity of the skill of the game. But yeah, I think I'm just happy that
Yeah.
this week has gone behind us, and overall, a huge learning curve. As I mentioned again, I keep saying that because I know that this probably isn't going to happen again. So if you guys did play in that weekend, or that week I should say, congrats, because you're probably in history.
Yeah. Part of history.
Yeah, probably summarize it and end it here. So I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone that kind of engaged with us for the last week, especially kind of listening to our podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. We've got a few new followers on our Twitter or X platform as well. In terms of our Instagram, we're still looking to kind of grow on there. But in terms of engagement, if you guys can engage on all of our platforms, regardless of whichever one it is, we will highly appreciate that. We do have our X and Twitter community that we still need people to join. The reason we have that is just to kind of get people to kind of grow on our platform, kind of see what we're about and any improvements that you guys want to see. I'm thinking of maybe a giveaway to happen maybe next week. So if you are still listening to this, stay in tune for next week, because we are going to try and do a giveaway, whether it's a silver bundle, a PSN card or Steam card, or whatever you guys want. Just kind of join our community. We'll kind of discuss with you guys, see what you guys want. But in terms of that pretty much wraps it up for me. I've been Quepto. Was there anything else you want to add, Striders?
No, not really. Just down to start this next week and craft new weapons.
Yeah, that pretty much sums it up. But I've been your host, Quepto. We'll see you guys in the next one. Take care and enjoy the rest of your day.
See ya.
See ya.